I mean, logic came with the universe, cause and effect. That's what logic is. So you want to get the best effect out of whatever it is you say and do. And using profanity, I mean, sometimes, most of the time, it has been my observation, does not get the effect, the constructive effect that it should have. In fact, it says in the code book that you avoid the use of profanity. Stop cursing. That's one of the 10 stops. Don't curse anybody out ever. I mean, don't do that. Don't call people names. Call people the name that they want to be called, even when they call you a name that you prefer not to be called. Call that person by the name that that person wants to be called. And do not use profanity toward a person. It's not the best way of communicating. You know, the best way of communicating with anybody, really, basically, is to do what? Ask questions. And try to come up with constructive answers to the questions that are asked you. And that's the procedure. That's basic communications. That's basic politics, since we're in the political area now.
Okay.
I mean, interacting with people in a manner that gets rid of what? That tackiness and that trashiness and that terroristic way of handling things when you interact with people, and try to figure my way through it. But I don't know of a problem that can't be solved that people made. It's just like now some things like tornadoes and hurricanes, some people say that people have, on account of their conduct, they bring that on and whatnot. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. But now, you stay here and put up with those things because you're here. You're given assignments. That's my belief. We're all given an assignment. And we are put here with, under certain circumstances. And what is that assignment? Problem solving. Why? Because we come into the world that is full of problems. Now, what is the problem that each individual is supposed to be solving? And the logical procedure would be, according to the code, the one that's right in front of you. That's why you were put there, in that particular place at that particular time. Wherever you are right now, if you are a person on this planet, you should be in a problem-solving mode. Why? Because you probably have a number of problems. Now, what problems? The ones that are right in front of you. That's why you were put where you were put. You could have been put some other place on some other planet, 10 trillion miles away. I mean, on some other planet. I mean, with another set of problems, or with no problems. But since you were put here on this planet by something, some force, some creator that gave you arms, legs, a nose, fresh air to breathe, and lungs to breathe it into and out of to keep you going, a heart that pumps, this is some pretty first-class equipment that has all been given to you. Given to you for what? To solve problems. Why was it given to you to solve problems? Because you have problems. Those problems are right there in front of you. So the biggest problem for people of color is the problem of racism. So you assume that since you are given this problem, the problem can be solved. In direct answer to the question, I assume this problem can be solved. Someone told me some years ago, Fuller, you might as well give up. The problem of race cannot be solved. It can only be discussed. And I thought about that for a few minutes. And I said, yeah, I got to take that into consideration. Maybe it can't be solved. But when I thought about it, I said, wait a minute. Racism is put together by people. And then another thing, why discuss a problem that cannot be solved? I said, so I will continue to discuss it because I'm assuming that it can be solved. Why? Because it was produced by people. And the logic is anything produced by people, anything that's built by people, can be taken apart by people.